Okay, it's the 25th of February. It's a Sunday. We have a little bit a possibility tonight. I'm not saying this is going to happen for sure, but there's a possibility. If you notice how cold it is in the eastern part of the stadium, here's 11 out of 27, 32 in Reading, 29 in Allentown. Even down by Philly, you're down below freezing down here in the Jersey. There's a little bit of precipitation that might make it across the state. And these temperatures mean a lot. Now, this is temperatures around midnight. And then we move this just a little bit ahead. And you can see they don't really rise too much. You can see this is around 4 in the morning, and you can still see mostly freezing or below in the east. Now, the reason I show you that is because we have this that's coming across the state. Now I'll back this up a little bit, but you'll see it starts off as rain back here because it's warmer, and then as it comes east, it could change to freezing rain in some areas. Now this is around 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and when it gets to the east, and it's the coldest part of the night. So if this moisture stays together as it comes across, you have some freezing rain that can happen, and that freezing rain would be very light. It would be like Hazleton, Mount Pocono, Stroudsburg as it comes across. It'd be Harrisburg, Lebanon, Reading, Allentown, Quakertown, like that. And it would go across and into Trenton, and then it would go off. Now, but this is not going to do anything major to the roads. If you look up here in Wayne County, up to the north of here, you can see that there is a little bit of chance that it is some freezing rain and some snow mixed in the lower elevations as rain. So it's not a big thing, but I'm just letting you know that it is possible that this could happen. And then as we move off into Tuesday, you can see that there's a precipitation moving in from the south. Now, Tuesday night, we have more precipitation moving in. This is around 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. You can see it's in the western part of the state. It's not a steady precipitation at that point. This takes you to around 11 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday. There are some heavy bands of rain in here, and maybe even a rumble of, maybe even rumble of thunder. As you can see, as this goes by, cold air comes in from the west. You can see it starting to change over by Cleveland. And then here, as the front comes through, we have a surge from the south, warmer temperatures. Of course, I'll show that in a second. And then you can see in the background here that there's a little bit of snow at the backside of this. And temperature-wise, um, there's your front. Okay, you can see right where it's at. That's 33 in Erie, 61, 62 down here by Philadelphia. This is like getting close to rush hour in the afternoon on Wednesday, and you can see the front comes across the state. But unfortunately, there's not a lot of precipitation behind it. This is around 7, 8 o'clock at night, right around here, and you can see we're down in the 20s already out here, and still around 60 in Philadelphia and 62 in South Jersey. So as it comes through, it'll be a gust front. And again, heavier rains ahead of it, and then cold air comes rushing in behind it, and then you can see this takes you to let's see, this takes you to Wednesday night around 9, 10 o'clock. You can see the temperatures now dropped almost 20 degrees in some areas, and then it's going to move off the coast, and then by Thursday morning, temperatures are in the teens to the north in the higher elevations and 20s across the state and freezing down here. So a 30-degree drop in temperatures in Philadelphia. Precipitation at that point in time, there's not a lot makes it to the east in the form of snow. Here's your front crossing the state, and here's where it is Wednesday night. You can see there's no snow behind it. All the snow is left back here, or upstate New York is getting it. But the eastern part of the area gets a pretty good eastern PA gets a pretty good downpour of rain into New Jersey and off that way. Total precipitation from this is pretty heavy out west, inch and a half. As you get to the east, where it kind of dies out a little bit, you're talking about a half an inch to 3/4 of an inch of rain going on there. These green areas are like a quarter to a half an inch. So everybody wants to know where winter is at. Well, like I've been saying, after the 10th of March through the end of the month, maybe even into the first week of April, temperatures will trend to be below normal. It doesn't mean every day is going to be below normal, but will tend to be below normal. based on the seasonal average for the temperatures. This is around the 12th of March, and there's a low pressure system, a deep one. This is a 995, and it's still over land in Georgia. So a deep low pressure system is going on around here, and you'll see it comes up. And this is the night of the 12th, around 8 o'clock, based right now on models. And it's very deep. It's a 989 millibar. So models are showing it, and you can see their cold temperatures are basically across Pennsylvania. And we move this ahead just a notch. You can see the low is a 984 now, and it's over basically Virginia, Maryland bordered down towards Chesapeake, and snow in most of Pennsylvania, rain along the southern border into Philadelphia and South Jersey. But as we move this ahead, it does go off the coast. Now, I wish I can get you in between here, but there's a difference of this is the 13th around 7 o'clock in the morning on the 13th, and this takes you to, let's see, this is 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm trying to look at this, and this is around 8 o'clock at night, and it's gone from here to here in about 12 hours, and it's now snowing over much of Pennsylvania and starting to switch over just down by Philadelphia. So we have to see if this thing can hang around a little longer. If we put this a little bit ahead, another 12 hours, it takes it off the coast. It's still throwing some snow back. So everybody would get in on the snow. How much? Don't ask. Don't even say, how much am I going to get? I have no idea. Again, this is only looking at ahead of time. This is around the 14th, around 7 in the morning. So this is a kind of a longer duration type of storm. And then we got to look ahead of this, and you can see there's a storm off the coast around the 18th that I thought would be closer. And then as we move into the latter part of March, here's another one off the coast of South Carolina. This is around the 20th. And then that one's off the coast. And then there's this big one that's forming around the 22nd. And that's the one is going to be one heck of a storm, especially if it does what it says. If it transfers off the coast here, then it would be a pretty good storm, maybe at the nor'easter. Still holding out, thinking one of these is going to be a nor'easter, but I'm kind of running out of time. So that's kind of what I think is going to happen. I know it's a longer video today, but I wanted to cover everything. All right, just be a little careful out there tonight. If that rain does make it across the state, it's not a 100% guarantee it does, but if it did, that's what's going to happen. All right, take care. This is Fred. Take it easy.